are missing, there are many names that are missing. In the story which Allah Azza wa Jal narrates to us in Surah Yusuf, at the beginning of the story, the father's name is not even mentioned, the mother's name is not even mentioned. Later on, Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam's name is mentioned, that he cried for his son Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. The brothers' names aren't mentioned. The minister is not mentioned, Imra'atul Aziz. So if someone was to read Surah Yusuf from an outsider's perspective, as a professor or an educated person, they would feel that there's many details that are missing in this surah. And as believers, our iman is that whatever Allah Azza wa Jal has revealed to us within the Quran is accurate and is absolute maw'idha, it is guidance, it is nasiha, and has timeless meaning for each and every single one of us till the day of judgment. Now, building upon that, in Surah Yusuf, Allah Azza wa Jal says regarding Yusuf alayhi salatu wassalam, لَقَدْ كَانَ فِي يُوسُفَ وَإِخْوَتِهِ آيَاتٌ لِلسَّائِلِينَ. That not only within Yusuf alayhi salatu wassalam's life will you find guidance, but even regarding his brothers who were the wrongdoers, you will find guidance in their lives as well, in their mistakes as well. Now, fast forwarding into the life of Yusuf alayhi salatu wassalam, he was the minister of finance of the economic system. He was the governor of Egypt, you can say. And his brothers now came to him, or were coming very often for some grains and some food. And look at how Allah Azza wa Jal turned the coin. Here you have a child who was in the well of Egypt. And the poet says very beautifully, دَعِ الْأُمُورَ تَجْرِي فِي مَجَارِهَا وَلَا تَبِيتَنَّ لَيْلَةً إِلَّا خَالِ الْبَالِ فَإِنَّ بَيْنَ طَرْفَةَ عَيْنٍ وَإِنْقِبَاضِهَا يُغَيِّرُ اللَّهُ مِنْ حَالٍ إِلَى حَالٍ. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of few moments that Allah Azza wa Jal can take you from the well of Egypt to the throne of Egypt. So you never know when Allah Azza wa Jal can turn the table and turn the coins. Now Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam is the governor, is the one who has authority, is the one who has power. And his brothers used to come. And one of the times he made a request. Not so a request, but he knew that they had another brother. And now this younger brother, whose name is Binyamin, comes with them. And now he engages with his younger brother Binyamin from the same father Yaqub. And he starts to listen to his younger brother. وَلَمَّا دَخَلُوا عَلَى يُوسُفَ آوَى إِلَيْهِ أَخَاهُ قَالَ إِنِّي أَنَا أَخُوكَ فَلَا تَبْتَئِسْ بِمَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. He introduces himself not as a minister, not as the person who's in charge of finance. Rather he says, أَنَا أَخُوكَ. Do you know that I'm your brother? The one that you perhaps heard of, the one that was thrown in the well, the one who the wolf ate him. He was devoured by a wolf, and they made a story regarding. And instead of saying his tale and of his journey, he started to listen to his brother, Binyamin. And he started to tell him regarding the struggles that he is going through. And that's what we learn from the lesson of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, a beautiful lesson before I move forward, is often what happens is I'm juggling with my own issues. I'm having a hard time with my own issues. I fail to listen to other people's problems. Why? Because I'm just stuck with my own problem. Look at Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. He could have gone through his entire journey. He was going through a very tough life. But he was listening to his own brother telling to him. He said, فَلَا تَبْتَئِسْ. Don't be despondent. Don't be hurt. Don't be saddened regarding what they did to you, because they also done the same to me. But he heard his brother. He said, فَلَا تَبْتَئِسْ بِمَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. Kanu gives the understanding of istimrar. This has been happening for a very long time. He's been troubled by his own brothers for a very long time. So he was listening to his own brother and the problems and the struggles and the sacrifices that he was going through. And what Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam wanted to do, he wanted to keep his brothers and let the other brothers go back. So he came up with this scheme which Allah Azza wa Jal refers to in the Quran. And what he did was, he took a gold cup, and this is the gold cup of the king, this is not just any random old gold cup. And what he did was, he put it into the bag of his younger brother. And now the alarm went off, right? Where's the gold cup? Everyone is looking for it. فَبَدَأَ بِأَوْعِيَتِهِمْ قَبْلَ وِعَاءِ أَخِيهِ ثُمَّ اسْتَخْرَجَهَا مِنْ وِعَاءِ أَخِيهِ. So what Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam started to do is he started to search everyone's bag. Everyone must pause, and everyone's pockets and bags will be checked. And now what did they do? At the end they found that the cup was found in the younger brother's bag, because you're traveling and now it's found in his bag. And guess what? He's a thief. And they're called what? Thefts, that all of you guys came to steal. So you know what they responded back by saying, oh, it was found in our younger brother's bag? قَالُوا إِن يَسْرِقْ فَقَدْ سَرَقَ أَخٌ لَهُ مِن قَبْلِ. Also, the cup was found in his bag. Just to set the facts, أَخٌ لَهُ مِن قَبْلِ, he also had a brother before who was a thief. And who are they referring to? They're referring to Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. And the interesting words that is used is not أخوه, is أخٌ له. He had a brother exactly the same as that. Means the one before was also a thief. فَأَسَرَّهَا يُوسُفُ فِي نَفْسِهِ وَلَمْ يُبْدِهَا لَهُمْ. What did Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam do at that moment? He just paused and he swallowed the anger. He was about to offload, which shows us that even words can hurt a nabi. And as the Arabic proverb goes, جَرْحُ الْكَلَامِ أَشَدُّ مِنْ جَرْحِ السِّهَامِ. Arabs have a beautiful saying that a word can be even worse than a beating at times. Just a few words that you can say to someone can be worse than a beating, can be worse than a wound. Because you can put some ointment on that wound and it can go away, it can heal. But those words that you uttered at that moment to me, or the things that you said about to me, they will remain in my heart till I die. So often what you learn in life is, you might face a scenario, right? Family is tough. Sometimes raising a family. Your wife will say something about your mother. Your sibling will say something about your wife. And at that moment you will be in such a critical state that you will feel just like you need to offload. But what did Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam do? فَأَسَرَّهَا يُوسُفُ فِي نَفْسِهِ وَلَمْ يُبْدِهَا لَهُمْ. He didn't even give the slightest notice to them that he is the brother and they are referring to him. And rightfully speaking, the torture that he went through the brother, they threw him in the well, they were hoping that maybe a snake or something eats him. But guess what? Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam didn't flex his muscles. He didn't show his authority. He didn't say, hey, you know what? You know who you're speaking to? وَلَمْ يُبْدِهَا لَهُمْ. And what did he say? قَالَ أَنْتُمْ شَرٌّ مَكَانًا. You are even worse than before. Because if you were to just kill somebody, then that's it. That's the end of it. But if you mentally torture somebody, if you emotionally torture somebody, if you verbally constantly bring up the past, and we spoke about this last month of domestic violence awareness, but on a specific level when you speak about family, if you constantly bring up the same thing, then you just emotionally kill the person from the inside. And he said, قَالَ أَنْتُمْ, in his heart, قَالَ أَنْتُمْ شَرٌّ مَكَانًا, that you are even worse than before. And one of the things that I like to clarify is someone might think that, okay, obviously they said about this about you because you were the one who made this scheme anyway, right? If there's anyone to be blamed, it's Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, because he came up with this scheme of putting the gold cup into his own brother's bag. But Allah Azza wa Jal says what? كَذَلِكَ كِدْنَا لِيُوسُف. This scheme, we made this for Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. Because we learn from the wisdom of being amongst family. Now if someone over here got laid off, and if your mother asks you or your wife asks you, hey, how's work? You know what you should reply? From the wisdom that we learn from our sharia, you should say everything is good. Don't say, oh, you know what, I got laid off today, I don't know how I'm going to pay the bills, I'm going to pay the rent tomorrow or pay the mortgage, and give your wife a heart attack or give your mother a heart attack. In life, sometimes you learn when it comes to dealing with family, there are sensitive matters. The scheme that Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam came with was to rescue his brother. And this was tawqifi, this was from Allah Azza wa Jal. So Allah says, كَذَلِكَ كِدْنَا لِيُوسُف. We made this scheme. This was from Allah Azza wa Jal, that He made this scheme that He rescues his brother from the torture and the emotional abuse that he was facing from his brothers. Wallahu a'lam bima tasifun. May Allah Azza wa Jal give us the ability to learn from the wisdom of the sunan of the anbiya, and give us the ability to protect us, and give us the ability and the strength to speak the right words at the right moment. Wa sallallahu wa barik ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. ألا إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك وصل على المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات وبارك على محمد وأزواجه وذريته قال النبي صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم وسلم. أرحم أمتي بأمتي أبو بكر، وأشدهم في أمر الله عمر، وأصدقهم حياء عثمان، وأقضاهم علي، وفاطمة سيدة نساء أهل الجنة رضي الله تعالى عنها وعنهم. اللهم انصر المسلمين في كل مكان، اللهم انصر المسلمين في كل مكان، اللهم انصر من نصر دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم واجعلنا منهم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تجعلنا فتنة للقوم الظالمين، ونجنا برحمتك من القوم الكافرين. اللهم استعملنا وتقبلنا لخدمة دينك، اللهم استعملنا وتقبلنا لخدمة دينك. اللهم طهر قلوبنا من النفاق، وأعمالنا من الرياء، وألسنتنا من الكذب. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه، وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. اللهم اهدنا واهد بنا واجعلنا سببا لمن اهتدى. اللهم أعطنا ولا تحرمنا، اللهم زدنا ولا تنقصنا، اللهم زدنا ولا تنقصنا. اللهم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين، وحسن أولئك رفيقا. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم، وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون، وسلام على المرسلين، والحمد لله رب العالمين. أقم الصلاة.